Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and today we're going to be checking out another one of your guys' solar systems. So we've got one system from the user VY Canis Majoris today in Discord, so massive thank you to them for sending in this system. And their system is called the Ouroborous Constellation map. I'm completely butchering the pronunciations as usual, apologies. And they put multiple normal 6 systems in one sim. So this should be pretty awesome. So let's see what we have got here. Workshop. Where are we? It should be near the bottom somewhere. Where are we? Subscribe with help. Aha! So Ouroborous. That's it. Okay. Taking a bit of time to load. Okay. Ooh. Right. Whoa. Okay. This is looking pretty awesome. Right. So, realistically viewing highly recommended, but use always viewing for the chart. Ring particles are not drawn to scale in the order to be seen in realistic viewing. There are multiple pages to this description, so do stars in order. Okay, so the Alpha Orobori system. Alpha O star A. So where's that? So that would be down here. So this is, yeah, a simulation basically with multiple star systems in it. This is kind of something I want to try in my own systems, is to try and make like a, instead of making just one simulation with one system in it, let's try and make a big simulation with multiple systems, nearby star systems. Let me know what you guys think about that. I think that could be quite interesting. But yeah, here we go. So star A, so it's in a binary with star B as well. Okay, here it is. Okay, so Alpha, I'm just going to call it Alpha A, is a blue giant and the brightest and most massive star in the constellation, and the brightest as seen from Halifax, and its companion made up the bottom left of the tail. Alpha A has 3 large rocky planets and 1 large star in its orbit. So there's our Alpha A. So we've got the planets. So Alpha AB. Here we go. So let's turn off the zones as well. There we go. So Alpha AB. It's looking pretty cool. The Super Earth is the largest rocky planet in its system. Its atmosphere a yellow tint, and it has wind speeds that can reach kilometers per second in the higher atmosphere, making dust particles into a constant haul of bullets that would tear anything apart or try to land on its surface. Pretty brutal. So there it is. Let's look underneath. So yeah, looking pretty monstrous there. Okay. Nice. So next up we've got AC here. This planet has a dense red atmosphere made of millions of extremely small crystals suspended in the air. Larger types of these crystals coat the ground, giving it a similar coloration. Alpha AC has been valued over 100 times the value of Earth's natural resources. Oh my god. Now that's pretty crazy stuff. That's pretty cool stuff indeed there. Okay. Next up we have got Planet AD. So moving on, we got this one here. It's the most remarkable planet in the system. It has a very large moon and a yellow-white rocky surface with no atmosphere. If it were to have any liquids, the tides caused by its satellite would submerge every part of the planet at some point in its orbit. Alrighty, and then it also has a moon as well. Very, very close to its parent planet there as well. Wowee. There it is there. Okay. Right, so now we've got Alpha O star B. So let's zoom out. So we're heading over here. So this is in the binary with the first star. Okay. So the largest star dwarfed by its companion, or this large star is dwarfed by its companion. Although it has a larger radius than some other stars in the constellation, it was alone for the first million years of its life before being caught by Alpha O star A orbit, and houses the system's only gas giant. Okay. Nice. So around here, there it is. So only got one gas giant. So Alpha BB, the only gas giant in its system and the largest planet, consisting of 4 bars of 2 colours. It has one of the large moon systems in the constellation and even has captured the planet into its own orbit. Okay, nice. So as we can see the moons, have a quick look at all of the moons there. So we've got some pretty exotic looking ones. Looks like they have been customised to an extent as well. Looking good. So they all are. Okay. Nice. Right, next up we're heading to the Beta. So we'll take that. So now we're heading over to, we're all the way up from there. So Beta is all the way down here. Okay. So, whoa. So we've got a lot of reading, as you can see. I mean, there's multiple pages here. Right. So Beta O star. It's a blue giant star and has the second largest luminosity and the third largest radius of the Ouroborous constellation. It makes up the top of Mount Ouroborous. So that's the constellation, so with all the stars in their positions. Very, very nice indeed. That's looking good. Okay. So, star or planet B. That looks pretty deadly here. Right. Ooh, that's scorching hot. So Beta B is a planet extremely close to Beta, planet Earth star, resulting in its surface being tidally locked to the star. And as you can guess what happens if you are close enough to a blue giant to be tidally locked, half of its surface has been turned to molten slag. Over time, the crust has been burned back, causing a great magma ocean that encompasses half of the planet's surface. So that is what you get there. So not looking good at all. Right. And it also has moons all with the same sort of problems, really. All very, very hot, melting hot, very, very close to a blue star. So if we look at the zone, for instance, I mean, that's going to be, yeah, that's inside the red zone, so pretty crazy stuff. Next up, we've got Object C. Again, this one is still quite close to the star. Got a ring system as well. Okay. So Beta C is a red-hot planet similar to Beta B. For unknown reasons, it has a completely unique orbit. Instead of moons, Beta C has a small ring system made from low-flying moon that was ground to pieces by Beta C's gravity. Though the ring system is slowly drifting away and may soon form a small asteroid belt as Beta O star gravity overpowers Beta C's. As the ring drifts away, causing it to slowly be lost. Okay, nice. That's all alone, no moons there. You can see it, parts of it, the rings are spread out if you look carefully there. Alright. Now we're taking a big jump to planet D. So it has been recently discovered to not be a star. It defines a pre-thought size limits for planets, although it is several times larger than the previous limit. It is unknown how it obtained its size. It was once thought to be an average size red dwarf, though it may actually be brighter than its current state. Due to luminosity and the size, it might have already started fusing in its core, which means Beta D is in the process of turning into a star. This is only theorized. Okay, so how large is this thing? 5.99 Jupiters. What is that in km? Okay, so that is pretty... I mean, if we compare it to Jupiter, for instance. So there you go. Let's compare it to HD 100 as well, because that's always a good benchmark. So, where are we? So the largest known exoplanet, in reality. So yeah, it's basically, it's a little larger than HD 100, 546. So, really big. Very, very big indeed, actually. Okay. Cool. So it also has some moons as well. So yeah, this is effectively almost a star. I mean, probably right on that brown dwarf border. Probably going to become a red dwarf at some point if it's starting fusion. So yeah, there's this moon. It's also got a moon with some asteroids going around. What's this all about? Okay. Ooh, hello. Is there a description for this next page? Right. So Beta D6. So this is the only moon he's given a description for. Is believed to be habitable, and its surface shows signs of planet life. Or plant life, sorry. Beta D's transformation into a star may be an imminent threat to its life. Its sparse rings formed when high body speed crashed at a low angle into Beta D's surface. The half that split force speed into the half that didn't, throwing the other half back into space, while some of the material formed into Beta D5, and some of it is brought into the orbit of Beta D6, and some into the high-low angle of the collision. So there it is. Cool. I like the rings. There's a cool looking ring system around that. So there we go. So that's all of the objects around Beta D. So almost a star there. Then we have F. Well, no, we have E and F. Okay, so it's an unassuming planet with a surface made of blue crystals and dust. A prime target for many mining corporations who are already brainstorming ideas to be a planet in the far future. So get to the planet in the far future. So there it is. Okay. So very blue. So there's Object E. Next up we have got Object F. Over here. It's a large rocky planet with a brownish dirt covering its surface. It maintains a large moon system and has a very close orbit to Beta E. If you stood on the surface, you'd either be, when they are close together, you'd be able to see them clearly in the sky. Awesome. Okay. So we got some more moons there. Let's get them all up. It's pretty bog standard looking moons by the looks of it. Okay. So F5 and F6. There you go. So yeah, they're all pretty normal moons. Alright, next up we've got Beta G over here. It's a small rocky planet with a thick yellow atmosphere along with yellowish ground. No moons. It's all alone. Okay. There it is. Then we have Beta H. Over here. It's a small gas giant with a very complicated band structure in its atmosphere, consisting of mostly pale browns and blues. Along with this, it also has a ring system that is broken up by its 3 moons. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Nice. So there it is. Get a full look at that. It's a pretty interesting gas giant there. We've got H1, H2, and then H3 over there. Nice. Okay, next up we're heading to Beta I over here. The huge rocky planet with a palish brown coloration to its mostly sandy surface. It has around 5 Earth radius and 13 Earth masses. It also has a small gas giant captured in its orbit. Look at that, hey! So, gas giant orbiting a rocky. I don't see that every day. Okay, so next up we've got Beta J, big jump out to the next planet. It's an ice giant with a deep blue coloration to its clouds, getting lighter towards the poles. It also has a small moon system. It's very, very dark blues there. So there's all of those. There we are. Okay, cool. So now, whoa. Gamma Ouroborous system. Okay, so this is, yeah, okay. So Gamma O star. So where are we? So Gamma. There it is. Looks like a red giant. What is this? Oh, it is a red giant and the largest star by radius in the constellation. It has 4 planets, of which are half the amount it had before it entered its red giant phase, swallowing up 4 inner planets. Its third most luminous star in the constellation is the closest to Halifax and makes the bottom of the tail. Nice. So Gamma B over here. It's a brown dwarf and the most giant planet orbiting Gamma. It was the first exoplanet discovered and is very close to forming into a star. It's very close to that. I mean, when this star explodes, this object would probably get enough material to actually become a star, possibly. Then we have Gamma C. Small rocky planet that isn't very interesting, so it's just been completely baked, probably completely ruined from its former self of this star. Then we have Gamma D. It's an average-sized rocky planet in Gamma's habitable zone. It is believed to be habitable, not seem to have any plant life growing on its surface due to the small amount of time it has been in the habitable zone. It is one of the first planets not to have its moons ejected upon entering its giant phase. Okay, so it has a little bit of water left on it as well. Look at that. Okay. So onto the moons. So there's 1, and then there's 2. Okay. Right, next up, Gamma E over here is a large gas giant and the second largest in the Gamma system. It has a large number of moons, of which Gamma is the largest. So Gamma E2 is the largest, I should say. So there we are. So there's E2, so that's the largest moons, and then we got just a bunch more over here. Okay. Cool. Right, and then moving on to the Delta system now. Over here. Nice. Okay. So Delta O star is a main sequence star and the 4th brightest star in the constellation. It has 4 rocky planets and 1 gas giant, and 1 ice giant in its orbit makes up the left of the tail. Okay. Delta B. Here it is. It's a gas giant with black and red bands, although these are often blocked by the superheated size or state of the heat of Delta O star puts on the gas and the surface when Delta B reaches its lowest point of its highly eccentric orbit. Delta B has 3 rocky moons. Okay. So there's 1 there, 2, and 3. Okay. So next up we have got, so object C. It's a water world of oceans at least hundreds of kilometers deep, and that could extend as far as halfway to the core of the planet. It has a hazy purple atmosphere of red mist almost always present on the surface of the water. If any life to exist here, it would have to be very fast eaters. Okay. So all ocean. Also got some moons to go with it as well. Nice. So delta D. Whoa. So a lot of carbon, phosphorus and nitrogen present on its blackened surface, along with abundance of uranium under the surface. Whoa, this looks insane. Right. Though yet to remain unknown to the uranium buried under the deep planet crusts end up coating the surface of the planet and discolouring the once blue atmosphere and oceans of this planet. Oh, so that's the uranium everywhere. Oh god. Right. Next up with Delta E, that is the last object on the description. It's a super Earth with a surface mainly made of dirt and a layer of snow. There's a moon there as well. Made of snow. Above it, large mountains ranges cover its surface. Small particles of ice suspended in the atmosphere make nearly all areas have a thin layer of fog. Scans have shown it may be fit for transportation. Run out of space. Make room observations from here. Okay, so that's the last of the description. So now we're on our own. So we've got E, then we have F over here. So here it is. So, oh, very thick atmosphere, almost like a Titan-like world there then. Got some water on it too. Cool. Okay, so I think that's everything outside of the... That's everything from Delta. And there's one more, Delta F. Another gas giant. Okay. Got 2 ring systems with it as well. And orbiting pretty far out. Alrighty. So there's Delta F. Right, so moving on. Right, so we still have... So we have Eta over here, Eta. So another star, also got some objects around it, so... Yeah, not the largest size or radius out of the system, as he already stated. The other ones were larger. 2 planets as well. So there are both of them there. So that's everything around the Eta star. Eta star. Then we're heading to Epsilon. Did we do Epsilon? Oh, we definitely didn't do this. No, okay, so there they are. So it was an Earth-like world there. Nice. 18 degrees as well. We have object C. So then we have a purpled out one. Okay. Then we have object D down here. So another gas giant there. So that's everything around Epsilon. So we did Epsilon, Eta. We've done Delta. We haven't done this one. So Orobori, Theta. This is a lone star. Nothing in orbit. And then next up we have a black hole down here. Zeta Orobori black hole. All the way down here. So quite a small black hole. So radius isn't very large. Okay. Then we have Zeta star over here. So that's in orbit of the black hole. 2 planets. This one's had a crater on it. A few craters, okay. And then we have object C over here. Looking good. C3. Very, very nice. Okay. That's a nice looking planet as well. I like that one. Alright. So now zooming all the way out. So that's the black hole done. So we've done all of these stars. We did this one as well. That was the lone star. We did obviously star A. Then we did Gamma over here. We've done that. So yeah, we did Gamma. And then lastly we have the Halifax, the Constellation reference. So if we look down, that forms your constellation roughly, and we've just got one object around it as well. Nice. So yeah, cool system. I really did like that. That is really cool. I do like that. So it's pretty cool how he's like made his own Constellation sort of thing as well. I mean, that is pretty awesome. And actually made a simulation out of constellations and stuff as well, so it is pretty cool. And the fact that he's done all that. So if we look down, you can get the sort of view of the constellation from this sort of reference point, as he said. So that's it down there. Really, really nice indeed. So looking good. If you want to zoom out a bit more, add the other star in as well. There you go. So yeah, looking good. But yeah, there we go. So that does it for this video, guys. So a massive thank you to the creator of this system. So that was VY Canis Majoris for sending this system in. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Really, really cool concept, having multiple systems in the same simulation. If you guys are, I think I need to make something like this. I have been meaning to for quite a long time. Let me know if you want to see that. I think that would be quite cool. But yeah, that all said and done, guys. A massive thank you for sending this system in. A massive thank you to VY Canis Majoris for sending the system in. Yeah, if you enjoyed it, let's see if we can go for 50 likes on this video, guys. Subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.